It's a storm deck. It's a spellslinger deck. No, it's Bilbo, retired burglar. And Bilbo is budget. That's right. Welcome to the Attic Mana Dad here. This is the channel where we play what's good in Magic, mostly on Arena. And today we're playing Bilbo, retired burglar. When Bilbo enters the battlefield or leaves the battlefield, we're going to get a ring temp. Pachang. And when it does combat damage to a player, we're going to get a treasure token. Pachang. And we're going to have a lot of synergies with the treasure tokens. It's also an artifact synergy deck. I do call it budget. It's 18 rares, which is actually pretty low for a Historic Brawl deck. As you're going to see, a lot of these rares, I'll try to hit them, are not essential. Essentially, what we're building around is going to be very low to the ground, lots of cheap spells, lots of ways to blink Bilbo, get in cheap creatures, be hitting without being able to be blocked, and take advantage of our commander. So, ring tempts like Birthday Escape, stuff to draw like Combat Research and Curiosity and Curious Obsession. Essence Flux is a blink. Opt is just going to thin our deck. Spectral Sailor is a cheap creature we can put the ring on to get in timely interference. Cantrip. Wash Away. If you play blue, you're going to have Wash Away. Free wins when you counter your opponent's commanders and they get salty. It is what it is. That is Historic Brawl currently on Arena. I think that might be the only counterspell we're running, though. We have some bounce spells like Into the Royal and things, or Soothing of a Smeagol. But otherwise, if opponents get ahead, there's not a lot of that we can do to get out of it. I mean, if you have Cyclonic Rift, they just introduced Cyclonic Rift. If you got the wild cards or you have it, you can put that in here. You can put some board wipes in. But what else we got? We got Chromatic Star. This is the kind of a redraw and fix our mana because this is on my free spells account, by the way, so I haven't put a dime in except for one time accidentally. But anyways, it's, I never paid the $5 even for the, opening welcome pack. This is just completely collected with free to play. So we got Sulphur Falls, Stormcarved Coast, Steam Vents. These are all just lands I've collected in this deck. Frostboil Snarl. Obviously, if you got other red-blue lands that are good, run them. If you don't have these, whatever, just run some islands and some mountains. You'll be a lot lighter on your rares. We do have Shatterskull Smashing as a mythic here. And Strixhaven Stadium I thought would be funny. People just completely misplay once you play this card, as maybe you'll see in one of the games. And it's kind of fun because Bilbo is always going to be getting in and hitting. We have a lot of evasive creatures like that. Otherwise, we got some storm cards. We got Grape Shot. We've got Galvanic Relay. So we can, we've got all these low to the ground spells. We can storm off. Stuff like Faithless Salvaging. We're going to be making a ton of treasure. So we got Dragon Spark Reactor, and we've got Xorn, another rare here. Not essential again, but a lot of fun. Prismari Command, not essential, but it makes treasure. Saheeli Sublime Artificer. We can turn our treasures into copies of some of our creatures. Like imagine just cloning Zorn and going to town. And getting a lot of stuff off that. Professional Facebreaker, of course, is a rare and gives us some card advantage. Fable the Mirror Breaker, you got it, you can play it. 3-drop slot is kind of tricky because obviously on 3 we're mostly going to want to be playing Bilbo. We don't have a lot of ways to protect Bilbo. You could run some of the blue spells that give hexproof. That's not too bad. But we got stuff like Thought Monitor and Poor Man's Thought Monitor. Junkwinder is going to be cheaper when we get a lot of treasures out. Monitor has affinity for artifacts. This has affinity for tokens. And Hullbreaker Horror, of course, is a great finisher. This is one rare I recommend you craft for this deck just because we are very spell slingery. Lots of cheap instants and sorceries that are going to draw us another card. So rather than Cyclonic Rift, if you can get Hullbreaker Horror down and cycle through a bunch of these cheap spells, you can kind of bounce your opponent's board and win. So that is Budget Bilbo. Big shout out to everyone who is a subscriber on the channel, and I hope you enjoy some Budget Bilbo action. Historic Brawl, Budget Bilbo up against Ognis, the Dragon's Lash. Ognis, the Dragon's Lash. Well, this is an auto mulligan. How many lands do we have in here? Ognis, make your selection. Normally having wash away in your opening hand is kind of like an auto win. I mean, we could risk it and hope we draw a blue source, but we won't. We won't. Keep this going. What should we do? I think we're just playing Spikefield Hazard. Wait, what is Ognis? Whenever creature control with haste attacks, create a tap treasure token. Okay, maybe we'll just keep their creatures off the board. We want to be creating more treasures than them. We're gonna Zorn it up. Ancestral Anger. Well, nothing to play there because we've got rid of their creature, so we can't Renegade Tactics or Ancestral Anger. Arnie, Broken Bow. That was a terrible Scottish accent. So next turn they could Ognis. Should we just get Bilbo going? Okay, they're getting greedy with their Ognis. No blocks. Oh, we could get greedy with the Wizard. Oh, they missed a land drop. They're not getting greedy. Yeah. Okay. Well, they're greedy in that they just didn't want to play the game, but we'll take the win. Historic Brawl all day long. Tergrid. Yeah. We'll take an interesting... is this too slow a hand with Tergrid? I think it is. Oof. Also kind of slow, but we got the Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Let's see. They're going first. Coming in hot with Cursebound Witch. Let's draw a card. Grape Shot, Storm Payoff. A Lightning Bolt, that's cool. Don't tear my heart, my cold steel heart. Just don't think you'd understand. 4 or 5 minutes. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-target permanent or discards a card, you put that card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your whatever key. Let's see if open timely interference instead of. Better they use it now than when they got Tergrid. Well, they seem to be having some mana issues. Okay. Maybe we got a shot. Maybe we got a shot against Tergrid. Let's find out. Discard a card. Sticky Finger's not going to be helpful. I feel like Crackling Drake could also be not great. Grape Shot, though. We'll lose Grape Shot for now. It's going to power up the Crackling Drake. Strixhaven Stadium. We need like stuff that protects creatures. If I play this, Can't do much. Just play the Drake and get another removal spell out of their hand. Oh, okay. Well, they just got mana stuck, so let's play a special meme just for them. I said, let's play a special meme just for them. There you go. Budget Bilbo against Crazy Black Red Wolf. Snarl it up, I guess. I like these snarls, but it is budget. He's Buget. Their opponent's even looking at the snarl like, what? Up against Etali. Oof. Okay. Hope to get a counter spell to deal with that. Just start putting threats down. Barbarian. Okay. I think we have to kill the Barbarian. Let's kill the Caryatid. Yeah. You want to sacrifice your Barbarian? Be my guest. We cannot be letting Etali go rampant here. Get a nice hit with the Kiln Fiend. Boom! Hit you for 7. I like dem apples. Yikamina. Okay. Not expecting the bushwhack. One rarely does. So we could Dragon Spark Cold Steel Heart, or we could just get Bilbo down, hold up the Timely Interference. Guess we'll get Bilbo down. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to ramp. What can this turn into? A 4/4 Trample. Or what's the red one? 4/4 Menace. They're 1 mana away. So they've got Etali next turn. We need to draw either something that can remove a 7/7 trample, toot sweet, or that's the turn. They're playing Etali. I think it's probably all over. But let's see. Etali is just a little bit stronger of a commander than Bilbo. Okay, they have to ramp some more. Huh. Okay. Going for the 4/4 trample. Sure. Let's draw a card. Not helpful. No blocks. It actually means Bilbo is going to get through unblocked, so that's cool. We can Prosperous Thief too to get another. Guess I shouldn't have played the Sticky Fingers if I was going to Prosperous Thief. Not helpful. There's Etali. Alright, well, if we can get an artifact, they're going to Essence Flux Etali. That's okay. Good game. GG's on that. Staff of Completion. We could do worse. Oh, and they get a Hullbreaker Horror of all things off of our deck? You're killing me, Larry. And they're going to pay 4 life to draw a card, because why not? Attack us for 4. No blocks. So we have to find a way to do 8 and then 9. Draw a card with the old Drakey. What is this? 4 to sacrifice. Something in an artifact or creature you control. So if I make a ton of treasures, maybe I should have copied the thief, and then I would have had enough to kill something. They're at 12. Is there a world where I just don't die this turn? Let's see how greedy they get. They're going to return the Drake to my hand, sure. I'm going to give that hexproof. I'm going to give that hexproof. Okay, so let's hit that for 7. Now it's harder for them to attack with it, with our Prosperous Thief there. They can still cast a spell though and just bounce our Prosperous Thief. So I think it's all over. Not surprising that Etali ramp that happens to hit Hullbreaker, well, happens to hit and get double blank and hit our Hullbreaker Horror, one of our big finishers. At least you get to see how good Hullbreaker Horror is. You got... Okay, they're attacking the Planeswalker. This is a good sign. They're not a good player. I think they may have had, because they needed 20 damage, and I think they would have had it with Trample, because I could only block there. So, no blocks. We get another turn. And probably Can we somehow deal 5 damage in this next turn? Gonna bounce Bilbo. We get another ring tempt. Okay, 5 damage off the top. Expressive iteration, that's a start. Is there any reason I should use Saheeli? I guess I can't use Saheeli, so that'll be it. Big score could be something, but it's going to use up most of our mana. We put Consider to hand, Big score into the library, and Mountain to exile. Okay, here's another redraw. Storm count 2. Lightning strike, yes. Okay. They're gonna block though, aren't they? Do we attack and find out? Do we Crackling Drake just to see what we would draw? Also, once we Crackling Drake, we really only can play Lightning Strike. All right, let's just hope they don't block. But they're gonna block because they know I'm gonna make a treasure. Don't need the command tower. There's the block. Double block. Okay. Crackling Drake. If we get a grape shot, would we win? We'll say good game. We got him down to 2. I mean, come on. That's pretty good. But not good enough. Katilda. Kind of a land heavy thing, but we'll keep it, I guess. Let's play the Shatter School Tepid. And actually, maybe we should have saved that to kill Katilda because it's only a 1/1. Oh man, Thalia? Well, good game on that. Our all spells deck. All lands. We can get the Dragon Spark. Okay, eat Spellbinder. Okay, what are you going to take? Probably Displacer Kitten? Guard Course and Dragon Spark I could at least play next turn. I took Displacer Kitten. Ooh, this looks like a pretty tuned Katilda deck here. What should we put into the library? Island? Ready for a mountain. Expedition Supplier. Okay. Flying us for 4 every turn. Need some more board wipes. I'm gonna go with Fable the Mirror Breaker because we gotta start looting. We can loot away our loot cards. Adeline, oh my goodness. What is this? This is an Alchemy Humans deck. Discard up to 2 cards. So Dragon Spark seems too slow. Faithless Salvaging seems too slow. Can we get something? We can at least bounce Adeline. They want to trade their expedition supplier. Probably not. Okay, good. And draw some more cards. And why not? Have a Swift Spear. End turn. Applies for 6 this turn, 7. Okay, they give up casting Adeline. Interesting choice. Or I guess not, because they can get a Plains. Okay, we need a board wipe next turn. What's it going to be? Spikefield Hazard. Take out Katilda for 2 mana. This is a blocker, but we still probably die. Pop Curiosity on the Monastery Swift Spear. It's got a prowess up to 2, so it'll be blockable. Whew. Not a lot of good choices here. Yeah, well, took some damage off the board. Made our Thought Monitor slightly cheaper. Unfortunately, we do not get anything. The Expedition Supplier means they basically wipe our board this turn. Vanguard. Yeah. So block, 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 take 2. Hey, but we got rid of the Expedition Supplier. And a Herald's Horn. Why not? Humans, no kidding. We could shock this in and just end the game there. Yeah, let's go out on our own terms. Boom. Take that. Zur, Eternal Schemer. I think that can be competitive level. But we'll try it. They're already going mulligan. Cold Steel Heart with red. I got 2 blue there. Eidolon of Obstruction. Loyalty abilities of Planeswalkers. Okay. So there's some kind of deck Caesar. Is there any way I can play multiple threats? I can play Strixhaven Stadium and Kiln Fiend, right? So let's do that. That'll let us get the ring tempt on the Kiln Fiend too. Phyrexian Arena. Oh, okay. Well, this game could be over very quickly. Maybe we don't want to play Bilbo just yet. Let's get the Kiln Fiend going. Draw the card. We get a Galvanic Relay. I don't think we're ready for that yet. We'll let the Kiln Fiend be the ring bearer. Opponent draws 2 cards, twice the removal. Yeah, they're going to kill Bilbo, sure. Aha, joke's on you. Just replay it. And I get another ring tempt. Thank you very much. I'll timely interfere that. Although maybe I should have saved that for extra. When you play a Strixhaven Stadium, people start playing badly. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that. This gives trample. Artifacts you control have tap for an instant or sorcery. And we'll think we will Galvanic Relay. Actually, wait. No, we can Ancestral Anger, then Galvanic Relay, thanks to the treasure. Get some extra storm triggers. Hitting creatures. Nanya. Junkwinder. Is that going to be better than Fable of the Mirror Breaker? We don't have that many tokens, though. I mean, we've about, next turn we just want to play a bunch of these guys. And a Grape Shot. That could be good next turn. That'll at least take out the Eidolon. There's a 1/4. Gonna come down, animate the Phyrexian Arena, attack us with the lifelinker. It is Death Touch. But you know what? I think it's a worthy trade. I guess, I should have played the Swift Spear first. That was an oops. Yeah, we'll take a land. Does there have Death Touch? No. I guess I have to discard Fable and Mirror Breaker. Didn't think about that. And then, can we play Crash Through and Grape Shot? Oh, yeah. I think that's game, y'all. I think that's game. 1. Auto pay. 2. Oh, opponent. Zer. Yes, sir. Don't mean maybe, no, sir. Okay, as I try to do at the end of every video, show you the real stats so you know what you saw is reflective or not reflective of how the deck really performs. And I am shocked. I am honestly shocked. I thought this deck would be a below 50% win rate deck. As I said, it's budget. We're playing some pretty low power cards. But here's the proof in the pudding. 57% win rate. On the play, 100%. On the draw, 40%. So we even were able to win on the draw, which is not always the case of any deck. So really outstanding performance for Bilbo. I will say we did get 1 concede from an Etali player, so that probably was going to be a loss. But still, I mean, I think we actually were able to play up against some pretty hard commanders, some ones that are a tier or 2 above Bilbo. So really good performance. Deck list in the description. I forgot to say that in the intro, but hopefully you know it because you watched all my videos, right? Now watch some more videos. I'm going to link some other cool Historic Brawl and budget things over there. And I will thank you for joining me here in the attic and remind you, Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.